Hey guys, this is Dave Trevor. This lesson is entitled Tone and Pitch. Now, in the last lesson, one of my viewers, she asked a very good question. It was about whether I'm a good singer or not. And if you want to know the full detail about all that, watch the last lesson. It's in the upload section to up here. I can't remember if it's up here or up here, but it's up there in one of those sections. And I wanted to let you guys know that another point that a singer friend of mine brought up was to record your voice. You're always going to be your harshest critic, but if you record your voice, you can listen to what it sounds like, and if you have an objective viewpoint, you can say, oh, okay, I need to work on this, or I need to work on that, or, oof, my pitch is a little bit off. And, you know, you can do it a cappella, or you can do it with recording, but this way you have a better idea of what you think your voice is and whether or not you think that you may have a good voice. And have your friends watch it too, you know, because they can give you objective viewpoints about it as well. Or find someone who doesn't have any sort of interest in you, like maybe a teacher or something like that, who can be real objective about this sort of thing. So there you go. Okay, so getting right into this. Tone. What is tone? Now, the definition of tone, there's lots of different definitions. I went online and I was looking at lots of research, and the best thing that I could come up with is the fact that tone, what it does is it shapes and it colors the sound. And that's all it really is. There's nothing more to that, but I can give you some examples so that you can see and hear for yourselves what the heck tone is. So you've got examples like a pitched or pinched tone. So when people are singing, it sounds like they're pinched in their throat. So I'm making examples. These are really bad examples, but that's a pinch sound. You've got nasal sounds, stuff that's kind of sounds like it's in the nasal cavity. See here that sounds like it's right here in the nasal area. You've got throat sounds, so it sounds like it's coming right from the throat. And you hear this sound a lot in rock music and that sort of thing. And it's kind of, you know, down there in that area. You've got a real pure tone, which sounds like it's very angelic, very light, very easygoing. You've got a very deep tone, which kind of sounds like it's coming from the chest. And this tends to be a sound of tone-wise that you hear in opera and classical musical theater. You've got a real airy tone, which is like one of the most popular examples that I can think of is Michael Jackson. Like, because when he talks like this, and he just has an airy voice. But, so there you go. You got the real gravel sound, and the gravel sound is something that you hear with old, like, blues-type singers and real gritty, like, rock and roll, mostly heavy metal, like Metallica, like, give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire, ooh. That's all gravel. And there's plenty more. There's pretty much there's a tone for every type of voice that there is. So do your research, you know, Google it, and check it out for yourselves. Okay, so the next thing is, there's a side note that I wanted to point out, and it was that it colors up the music. Tone colors up the music, and it makes it sound unique. I mean, you've got singers like Linkin Park, and because of his tone, you know what he sounds like. You've got bands like Cage the Elephant, and because of the tone, you know that that's Cage the Elephant. You've got bands like 303, and you can always hear who it is because, you know, he wants to touch me, woo! You know, they've got that kind of airy, falsetto-y kind of tone, so because of that, you know instantly that that's 303. So there you have it. Okay, so pitch. What is pitch? The definition of pitch, there's a couple different ones, and there's also a couple of different ones that are tailored for music, but pitch is being able to be on the correct note from what is being played. So, you know, your note is here, and the pitch is, can you hit that note? Can you hit that exact note, or are you above it? If you're above it, you're considered sharp, because if you look on a keyboard, the notes that are above the main notes, like C, D, E, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, or C, there's sharp notes above that, and then if you go below those, you've got flat notes. So you've got sharp, which is above the pitch, and you've got flat. And you'll hear people say, oh, you know, that guy's flatter. Ooh, that guy's way flatter. Oh, that's not bad. That's sharp, but they're not necessarily on the right note. So that's what you want to realize, that's what it is. And there's examples of high pitch, there's examples of low pitch, And you have to remember that pitch, when it comes to acapella, is extremely important, because you don't want to be singing like, Let's see here. Oh, in the still of the night, you know, and hitting the wrong note, so I'll sing it with the wrong pitch, but so it's sounding flat would sound like this. In the still of the night. Do you hear what I did there? I made it sound flat. It's not quite hitting the right note. And then if you were to do it sharp, it'd be, in the still of the night. You see what happened there? It's like the note that we're supposed to be hitting, which is night, went up, night, and it went flat, low, night. So yeah, there you go. A pitch trick I wanted to talk about is think of yourself mentally landing on top of that note. You can close your eyes, you can have your eyes open, and perfect example, it's funny as it sounds, but you've got Christina Aguilera and you've got Mariah Carey, and they're doing this thing. But what they're doing, believe it or not, is they're staying on pitch. So, time for the weekly question. This is from Tim3R3Wind. He wanted to know, to paraphrase what he said, the scales that I was going over in the last 2 lessons, are they important if all I sing is rock music? So thanks for the question, Tim. I appreciate it. Yes. Yes, they are. These are all general warm-ups. These are all very specific for whatever type of style of music that you decide to sing. And there are tailored warm-ups for different types of genres, so that's a point to kind of keep in mind, because they have rock warm-ups, and they have classical warm-ups, and they have gospel warm-ups. So there you have it. I wanted to give a shout-out to a buddy of mine. He's in a local band here in Colorado called As the Sky Darkens. So go ahead and check the link out right here. It's going to pop up right here any second. Ah, there it is. So check those guys out, and they'll also be in my description box below because they're really cool. Really impressed with the stuff that they can do. And my next lesson, we're going to be talking about tone and control, because there's actually a huge point of control for being able to become an even better singer than you already are. And people forget this. It's something that not a lot of people know. And actually, I'm really excited to talk about it because it's not very well known. So there's that point. Also, comment, rate, and give me a thumbs up. Let me know how I'm doing. If you guys like what you see and want to see more, click the big yellow button up top or the one down below. And subscribe, you know, because you know you want to. You're liking what you're seeing, so go ahead. I dare you. And also, I'll have a new vid next Thursday because Christmas Eve is on Friday, and I'm going to be with my family. But I just thought I'd let you guys know in advance that I still will have a lesson. It's not like I'm going to be going away for a week. I will have new material up next week. So other than that, if you guys want, again, feel free to comment, rate, subscribe. Send me any comments or questions in the comment section below or on my channel page, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care.